All right, good afternoon, everybody. Hey, this is the second day in a row with a day stream. I don't know what's going on. It's almost like I have another job that I should be at. I don't know. Maybe I'll get interrupted 10 million times today because, I really don't have any meetings this afternoon. It's the only reason I'm here. I'll be back later tonight too, probably. So anyway, howdy Ice, howdy Hoop, Curd, welcome in all. If you're on the Twitch side, you're getting drops. Make sure you are enabled there through the Kabam ID and all that, and that you've got everything linked up and all that kind of fun stuff. But the Solo Coliseum drops here in a little bit, roughly 15 minutes or so. We're going to do a little bit of arena work. Until then, we'll hit it as soon as it refreshes and restarts, and we're just going to kind of see what it's like. Not sure how long we'll go. We'll probably go for an hour or two this afternoon, and then some more time tonight. Hey, Chaos is my ladder. Welcome on the Twitch side. Nice to have you here. So yeah, I have if I miss any chats or anything on the Twitch side, I'm actually logged in with my mini account so I can get the drops on the mini. I still think I should see everything. I just haven't set my mini account up as a mod on my own account yet. So anyway, like I said, we'll do a little bit of arena-ing until the Coliseum starts, at which point I probably have to switch off recoils. Yeah, it's Kitty Pride Day. For those going for, I will sign up for the track. I don't think I'm going to rush the track. She's not my favorite champion in the world, so I'll get her eventually. And that's kind of how I go about it. On the mini account, this is going to sound really weird, and I did not buy the last minion crystal I needed for stealthy. I am at 49 of 50 of the minion crystals open. I would need to spend $5 to get them, and you know what? I just don't think he's worth it. I missed something on the free-to-play side or the mini account side somewhere, and I just don't think he's worth it. Do I have any R5 champions yet? No. I am looking forward to Coliseum, the solo mode here, that hopefully will get me there. I need 1.25, more or less. And throughout this, there is 1.5. So, worst case scenario, March for the R5, but I have a feeling they're going to sell some stuff between now and then. I did not buy the card, though. That would have gotten me a little bit closer. Not rushing the track much. I'm saving 3 to 4 mutant. Yeah, I've got gems for. I don't know. There's some champions I want, some I don't, and stealthy on the mini, not going to be a big loss. I'm not going to rank them up anyway. Can't awaken them. Can't put sig stones into them. Well, I could awaken them, but there's other champs I want to awaken first on the mini. So, just not really worth spending $5 for it. Now, if I was super rich, if I had a creator code and was getting some kickback, maybe. But I'm not super rich, don't have a creator code, and well, here I am. But, it is what it is. Hey, Cooper Sage, thank you for the follow. Whoops, I got hit by a rocket. So yeah, we're gonna try out this whole Coliseum solo mode thingy and see what we can do. And you can see how long or how short these arenas actually take now. I did do the first 10 matches off stream, but it doesn't take very long. Highly recommend doing them if you have a half hour, 45 minutes every 3 days that you can get. How can we get you a creator code? No, I don't. It's silly. The only reason I said that was because of that video. That's the only reason I said it. But it'll be 100 free 7-star SIGs today. I hope so. That would be very good. I could use more 7-star SIG stones on this account. Yeah, so eventually one day maybe I'll have one. And, by then, everybody and their brother's going to have one. And, it's just, I'll just hit into his block. I don't care. No, I need no hashtags. I need nothing. I have, in my life, I have earned my way to where I'm at, and I'm going to kind of continue that trend. It's all I want to do is I never, I don't mind freebies. I just don't want to rely on freebies. I don't want to rely on anybody else doing things for me other than me doing them myself. I've worked my butt off to get to where I am. So, do we know when the Banquet 6 stones are going to be sent? I'm still thinking end of this week, early next. That's kind of my thought. I don't think we'll see them before then. A couple things also going on. Keep in mind, we had the Alliance Coliseum that they had to use the data guys for. You've got Battlegrounds that the data team's got to be involved in, and then you've got the Sig Stones that same group has kind of got to get pumped out. So they've got a lot of data to go through just to get us to where we're at. Get us to getting everything that we have earned and all that. They'll come when they come. They will come when they come, and there's no sense trying to rush it. I would much rather them get it right than rush it and miss some. So, if we have to wait a couple extra days to get a little bit more prestige, so be it. It's the end of the Battleground season. You really don't, for most part, don't need them for the big thing AW wars. So let's just make sure we've got them before next Battleground season. Make sure we've got them before the next real Alliance War season. And let me see what this email was real quick. Okay, well, somebody will be working on that. Yeah, and they just came back from vacation Monday. They had 2 weeks off. I think the studio was closed. It was closed right, I think, the week of Christmas, the last week of the year, and then they came back on Monday, which is typical of a lot of design houses and studios and things like that. All right, we've got 7 minutes to go. Can we finish the arena in that amount of time? I don't think we'll get the whole way done with it. Should have started a few minutes earlier, but that's okay. I've got all day today to finish it up. Fortunately, I am feeling better today. Took the glasses off, put the contacts back in, the headache's gone. I'm tired, so I do have an energy drink sitting here next to me. I am tired, but we're feeling better. I still hate fighting this guy. It takes so long. Whoops. She is not the regular Phoenix. For whatever reason, every time I fight with Dark Phoenix, I end up going into, I'm going to do 3 or 4 hits and then hold heavy. When do the BG rewards usually drop? We should have them all by Friday. They've been faster the past couple seasons. I think this one's going to take a little bit longer for like I said, because the data team's been busy with other things as well. So I think we will see them probably Friday would be my guess. If we get them earlier, great. I think it'll be Friday. And I am so glad they removed the ability accuracy reduction from her. She is still tricky to fight, but nice. I was going for the light intercept. You weren't supposed to get it. fine. You know what? Just die. Yeah, 6 weeks was a long season. They've got a lot of data to grind through. They've been doing bans all along, but there's always those that come out of the woodwork on the final data. Nice. A backdraft intercept with a light starting combo. I love it. You know, Onslaught versus Onslaught is never my ideal matchup. Hey, Mr. Ghost Runner, welcome in. All right, 3 minutes to go. We'll do one more round. Maybe. Yeah, we'll get over 3 million here. And then we will restart and we'll jump into Solo Coliseum. Season, I got up to Arcane, but then went up against champions that mostly counter mine. Yeah, that's the joy of Battlegrounds. You know, it's always something. You know, I'm a mediocre player when it comes to Battlegrounds, so I'm better than some, worse than others, and I'm okay with that. I'm starting to get the chillness back in my vibe, and just knowing that I'm never going to be one of those people that will push Celestial, things like that. I'm okay being in the top 1,500. There's millions of people playing this game, and if I can stay where I'm at and just be in the top, 10%, I'm going to be pretty happy. You know, just like running this YouTube channel, I'm never going to be one of the big guys. I'm never going to be one of the rich, the famous, thank you for that random ass heavy. Never going to be one of those guys that's going to make my living off YouTube. So for those that make their living, let them get all the views. I'll have you guys, and we'll be happy. It's kind of where I'm at in life right at the moment. It's just being chill. Hey, Big Bowler. Finished 120 in GC, highest I've ever gotten. Normally don't play once I got. Yeah, there were parts of the season that were fun. You know what? We can do one more round. We got 2 minutes. No sense in wasting time. The other thing, speaking of champions and stuff like that, and primarily the one I've got right here, I know there's been videos out. I know there's been people saying he was nerfed. There's not. The issue that exists with Hulkling and with Valkyrie is Pierce and the way Pierce scales. It's not the champion scaling, it is the way the Pierce portion of their kit scales. So that is the current issue with those champs. They are looking into it to make sure that it is scaled right, but that's where the issue is. It's with the way Pierce scales and the amount of damage it does or doesn't do. So, just give you that little bit of an update. All right, I've got 1 o'clock, and we're done with that fight. So let's get out of here. Let's restart. Let's get into Coliseum. Almost got done. 2 more rounds, I would have been done. We may finish it up later. I got all the milestone rewards and finished Quantum for the first time ever, but I'm never pushing again. It was exhausting. I can agree with that. I pushed a little bit on both accounts. I didn't get all the milestones on the second account because I just waited too long. But I did get up to 200 points on the mini account, which was very nice to do. All right, special offer. For $40, you can get a guaranteed Frank, Misty, Zemo, Cheoth, Korg, Craven, Skrull, Hyperion, Circe, Arcus, Carolina Dean, Nova, Scream, Beta Ray Bill, blah, 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 blah. You know what? We're not going to. Let's go look for it. Where is it? Coliseum. Here we go. Ooh. Purdy screen. Purdy screen. Well, we got Havoc. Let's see what nodes are on Havoc here. Crumbling armor. Oh, great. That's always fun. Armor and precision. Enhanced parry. Resolute mind. The attacker's well-timed blocks can block unblockable. Okay. Whenever the defender blocks an attack, the defender purifies 1 debuff on the attack. Oh, jeez. Okay, this is going to be fun. This is going to be interesting. Let's go ahead and select our attacker. And I guess it's limited already to those champions we can use. So, let's see. We got count. We got, you know what? We're just going to start right there. We're going to start doing some health bars. Ooh, 25 energy to enter the fight. Don't screw up very much, boys and girls. It's costly out there. They're coming for your energy again. They are coming for your energy. And I don't know if you can hear it. My son's puppy is going crazy. They're doing some maintenance work in our neighborhood out. Oof. Oof! I did not have armor. Well, you know, this guy's going to be a little bit of a pain in the rump. Oops, it did not have the... And boom, we blew ourselves up. There we go. First attempt. Wasn't very good. We got 2 points. All right, let's look at champions here. Trying to think who's going to be good for this. Oh, you know the other thing we have to do? We have to do that. Those will be off now for a little bit because of war. Shoot, I got to turn back on for Alliance Quest tonight, though. You know what? We're going to try a little bit of Guillotine 2099. She's rank 3, but she is Sig 200. She's got armor. She can power drain. Maybe if we build up a big enough combo. See, we can just do this. And then we can do that, build up a little bit of combo shield. I mean, it'll be a little bit of a slow start, but eventually we'll get ramped up. Eventually, we will have ourselves all ramped up. And then she'll be hitting like, oh, a normal champ. It'd be nice if she had some willpower healing. Well, let's make sure we don't blow up. Get those things off me. Ah! That's not good. Yeah, we cannot lose our streak. Or our hit counter. Damn it. Finally start hitting hard, and we got ourselves blown up a little bit. I'm going to blow up here again. Whenever the attacker activates a precision buff while they have an armor up buff, both are removed. The attacker instead gains a non-stacking True Strike. I don't care about True Strike. I really don't. Wow, this is going to be expensive. Going to be a wee bit expensive to do this. Yeah, I'm not sure who to use here. Who have you seen used so far successfully? Yep, and I'm dead right here. Because for whatever reason, I'm not able to get the armors, and he's just throwing special ones now. See, I should have gotten an armor there. I tried Shocker? Not yet. Is he one of the options? This is going to be expensive to learn. See, I got the armor there. I wonder why I wasn't getting them with Starkey. Oh, I'm dexing. That's why I keep losing it. Really, dude? God knows. Fam may be the best. I'm saving him here for a second. Problem is, if you dex against this guy, you'll lose your armor like that. And then when you have that true strike up, you can't get the armor back. So you gotta not dex. You gotta not dex unless you have a way of instantly regaining armor. You know, it's another one of those fights where they want you to block the specials and not dex them. Well, you know, we're slowly gaining points. So you got to block the specials. You can't dex them, which is dumb. You got to well-time block the specials. Let me rephrase that. Because as soon as you dex, that armor's gone. And if you mistime it, then you're just kind of SOL. Gosh dang it. I don't have the timing down on that. Bam may be okay. Fam may be okay. I've taken a beating so far, and I'm still alive. You know, I keep missing those, but the willpower healing may just save my arse. Yeah, Angela would be good because you know you can throw a special and immediately get the armor back. May need to rank up my Angie finally. Oh well, that hit there. Yeah, Fam is pretty safe. Fam is tanky. It's got the little bit of a power drain. Got a lot of armor. I'm not getting any willpower healing. Did they turn willpower off in this fight? I just looked and noticed I'm not healing up any. Just happened to notice I am not, or was there some healing in there and I just missed it? I'm not seeing any willpower healing. Yeah, just have to do 80 bars. That's it. Just 80 bars. Get it done in one run. Although this is my best run so far. Spam works great. Did a 10 bar. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Maybe if I wasn't such a noob and, you know, I could stop from getting hit, I'd do better. Well, 80, keep in mind, it's supposed to be done over 2 weeks, not in one sitting. We're the crazy people. We're the crazy ones who decide, oh, you know what? We're going to do it all at one time. Just kind of like the 14 hours or 13 hours of drops last month. We all sat around and said, you know what? We're just going to do it all right away. It's not the way it was supposed to be done. You know, it was for the whole month. We had a whole month. We just want them quicker. Wasn't very much of a power drain there. You know, this is actually where it gets a little bit easier, is when he starts gaining more power. Him throwing special twos is a lot better than... I thought I could block those. I guess not. I thought I dexed it. Well, a little bit better run there. Yeah, there's supposed to be a leaderboard. We can take a look at it. R4 Mega Sentinel's wondering, is it her time to shine? It could be. That wasn't a bad run there. I'll take that. 7 bars. I think I found a champion that we can use for it. Let's go out here and take a look and see. Yeah, I don't see any... Whoops. I don't see any type of leaderboard. So we've got to eventually get up to 290 points. That's where we want to be. And then I've got to do this. I've got to do this twice. Oh, Lord have mercy. Trying to see if there's a leaderboard or anything here. There we are. There you go. That's where it's at. So if you come here, you've got the little history thing. You've got your history and you've got top attackers. You can see global attempts, 26% of them have been with Future Ant-Man. Then you've got 25% with Bastion, Warlock, Shocker, Guillotine 2099, on down through the list. So we know FAM works. I'm afraid my Angie's not ranked very high. Trying to think of who else we want to try in here. Really, for what I've got ranked up, FAM is probably the one. FAM is probably the one that we can use. I'll definitely do more later. I'm up to 15 points in 2 runs. I'll probably just keep rolling. Yeah, that's what I think I'm going to do, is just kind of keep rolling with FAM. We'll go ahead and knock out the first milestone. That should be done on this run if I do it right. Yeah, I could boost up too. That would, because you can use boost in this mode, unlike the Alliance one, I think. Yeah, I don't think I would run Carolina. She's energy damage. And unless you're putting armor ups on yourself constantly. Okay, I thought there was something about blocking unblock. Maybe it's just well-timed blocks for the unblockables. So we're going to have to dex that. Which is fine. I've got enough. As long as I bait out heavies and counter, we can get enough armor ups. That was it. You got to well-time block those to make them so that you don't destroy yourself. And I forgot to check on the willpower, so I'm not getting any. Next special I throw, I'm going to actually pause it mid-special and check the nodes. Yep, there we go. The attacker's salve and willpower heal masteries are removed. No comment. No comment at all. No comments. Yeah, if you're not using a champion like Future Ant-Man here that has more armors than God, the trick would be to learn to parry the specials. But fortunately with Bam, he gets armor ups pretty quick. And that whole no willpower is just BS, by the way. Really, really, really just BS. Well, you can just sit and willpower heal the entire fight. Well, you know, that's fine. That's why I paid for that mastery. That's okay. You know what? We'll get our bars 8 runs from here. And, you know, it'll be fine. Good time for it. It is off-season Battlegrounds. I'm not using that energy to buy those resources. So we'll just use it for this. And if there are some champions I have ranked up that you want me to test, I'll test it. I'll use my energy so you don't have to. Not that I'm promising I will play them very well or do the fight very well, but I can try it. But Fam is a tanky boy here. Fam is a tanky lad who can hit hard. All of them? I'm not going to do all of them because I don't have all of them ranked up. See, that hurts a little bit right there. But that's okay with Fam. We're going to toss this right here, even though I don't have the whatever the thing is on me or on him. The power detonation. We got close to being put to sleep there, by the way. A little closer than I wanted. I got to replay here a little bit. I got to see what happened there. Plasma detonate took 60% of my health. That was fun. Well, we were going to get to 20 runs there. Oh well. I guess we used one more energy refill. Yeah, I think 25 per fight is a little ridiculous. Granted, the rewards are worth it. And that's kind of the way I'm going to look at this. Is I'm paying for the rewards. You got to play for it, but the 25 energy is really just the payment. You know, just as if, you know, you had gone and just bought the items. Missed. Yeah, you don't have to do 80 health bars in one run. That would be ridiculous. That would be absolutely asinine. But I would not put him past it. Just did 12 with a rank 3 Omega Sentinel. Missed the parry there. Maybe we can try Omega Sentinel. Ow. I started trying to read chat. Seems like dexing does take... Yeah, it does. It takes 1 for every dex and converts it to a true strike buff. So I'm working on the timing of parrying that special 1. And I'm not getting very good at it. And you know, it would make sense to go and duel to try and do it. But why would we do that? Why would we duel when we have a live game content that we can practice on? Yep, 1 for every dex is what you lose. Because it takes an armor up and a precision and combines them into a true strike buff to lose that armor. They knew what they were doing. They knew what they were doing with it. Well, we got our first milestone down. Yeah, I think that, you know, if you use anybody else other than Bam, you're going to have to parry that special 1. Are there any champions that are immune to armor drain or armor break, armor removal, armor nullify? I think OS should be, right? I think that's why she would be good for it, and that's not going to do very much. Yeah, of course you can't use OG Iron Man. I didn't think he was one of the ones. I didn't see him in there when I was going through it. That's right. You know, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 bars, something like that per run. I'm gonna be okay with that. I'll be okay with this. Now, I am going to have a little bit more trouble on the mini account. Don't know who I'm going to use there. That is going to be truly one where I'm going to have have the parries down very, very well on all his special attacks. I do have Odin over there, though. Maybe we'll try Odin on the mini. Once again, kind of like with the arena or the alliance version of this, they made what could have been a fun, joyous time and put a lot of stress to it. They could have let us have willpower healing. No reason why. I mean, yes, we would heal up some. Yes, we would be able to get through the milestones quicker, but still, come on. Not what I wanted to do there. Oh well. We got through 8.5. Yeah, the energy cost is huge. That's the best run so far right there. And milestone 1 is down. Hold on one second, I gotta check an email here. Okay. I tried Shocker earlier. Didn't work great. I got 3 bars down with Shocker. 6-star maxed out I-bomb. Just got you 3 bars. Does 20 points equal health bars? Yes, you need 20 health bars to get 20 points. So we've got 27 bars down. Next milestone is at 45 points. So out of this, it's not bad. I mean, for that little bit of work that we just did, that's what you're getting. You're getting, 25% of tier 6 class, a tier 3, a tier 6, a full tier 4 if you're Valiant. I don't know why they have a selector there. Just you get some Sig Stones and you get 10,000 7-star shards. Yeah, the thing about it is if you're using somebody that doesn't require armor ups, you've got to make sure that you're parrying the... it's not that easy, Flanders, because of what they've done. They put crumbling armor on there, and then for those champions that have armor, they have the armor up precision buff synthesis. So as soon as you dex when you have an armor up, it removes the armor up and gives you a true strike. You do get an armor up for every parry, but then they have the crumbling armor on there. So after 6 seconds, it's gone. And whenever you hit into his block, it purifies. Oh, it purifies. That would be the other thing you could do. To get rid of those debuffs on you, you could hit into his block. I haven't been trying that. And I've got to do something over on the... No, I think I'm okay. I was thinking on Twitch side it looked wrong, but it's right. It's behind where I'm at currently. Hey, Peanuts, thank you for the follow. Let's just see what we can do here. Hey, thank you for helping me meet the 2,200 followers on Twitch goal. Thank you very much to all those that have followed today. I know I haven't read out the names. I apologize about that, but there's been a few of you. And, well, I'm focused on this. Let's see what we do here. I wish when you parried, you could get more than one armor. Yeah, see, I just don't have that timing down. I think she'll be okay because she gains armors pretty quick as well. Okay, I thought I could parry those. Apparently I can't. Apparently I can't parry anything right at the moment. Even his running in and hitting me. Well, at least she can keep the armors on there. I don't want to dex too much, though. Yeah, Omega Sentinel will be another good one, if you know how to play her. I don't particularly know how to play her very well, but... And I'm about to blow up because I did an auto block. Hey, what do you know? Yeah, she might be okay. Light Enders, pause debuff, SP2, apply debuffs. Yeah. Same combo attack gives you armor up. Okay, yeah, it's kind of what I figured, but... It just hurts when you don't do any points in a run. He deals damage on Purify. So yeah, so I guess that won't work. Yeah, this is just going to be one of those fights. Use kind of who you like. I don't see... I think Angela would be okay. I think Spear Iron Man would be okay. Odin, I don't have ranked up. I think he would be okay. Hulky B may be okay, but a good chunk of his damage is shock, which isn't going to do much. Prowler might be okay. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at there, Adam. I kind of like that I don't need to play well with Tham. And that's where it's going to be. We're going to do one final run here. The other problem that's on this is the node's got stupid protection on it. So you got to knock them down to do any damage, which means you want to knock them down before you throw a special 2. And then get around to a special 2 before that comes back. Or you can do this. See, the protection's going to come back. It's just hard to line it. That's the downside to this, is lining everything up. You know, at least luckily I can miss dexes and stuff. Let's try that. Hey, we got everything lined up. And once you get everything lined up, it does do some decent damage. The rewards are, for the 1 to 2 gem, I think is an hour and 15 minutes. It doesn't have to be just me. You know, so if you're bored with me, you can watch anybody else doing MCOC. Any other content creator will have the MCOC drops enabled. Although I'd love to have you along with me the whole time. Now that was a good one. That was juicy. That was rather juicy. That one wasn't too bad either. Just got to get back into my FAM playing. It's been a long time since I've played FAM. $75 hits in a block later. It was supposed to be a special intercept. Didn't work. You know what? We're just going to die right here anyway, because we just screwed up. Okay. Yeah, we kind of screwed that one up. All right. So that's Solo Coliseum. What else came out today? Let's go take a look at other things. Is that it? Is that it? We got the new event quest. Same as the old event quest. See, now you need energy for this. We got the preseason Battlegrounds. We got the victory track. Hey, we can look at this. We can look at this down here. Isn't this pretty? There you go. And you scroll all the way down here, or you can go ahead and buy and fast forward yourself to day, what is it, 84? Yep, day 84. There she is. There she is. I'll be right there in a second. There we go. Sorry. Let's see. No, I haven't used boost yet. Battlegrounds nodes or last season's victory track. Really? I didn't even look. I didn't even look. Yeah. You know what? Let's put on a little boost and let's see if they work in there. I'm not going to do big ones. I'm not going to do big ones. But they should work. I'm just going to use the little bitty ones. Just going to use these. We'll use one more energy refill. This is an expense. You know, now over 2 weeks, you do 1 or 2 of these a day. Wouldn't be too bad. Doing it all like this day 1, definitely more costly. Definitely more costly this way. And you kind of have to pay attention, which really is not a fun thing for streaming. Much rather be looking at the chat and able to do other things, but hey, Anita. Just not entirely really fun. Oops. And of course he light intercepts me. Of course he does. Why wouldn't he? Thank you for the 5 hits on my block. I appreciate it. It does not surprise me, Jason. Does not surprise me at all that somebody would do that. I like her, but like I said earlier, I don't like her enough to spend that much money. Trying to get everything lined up so that you can do that right there is a little bit of a pain. The protection came back in the middle of that. I think the boosts help a little bit. I may try one run with power backs and increase damage. I don't know if those work or not. That was unblockable. Oh, come on. Really? Really? Of course the game, now it's going to end up putting me to sleep. You watch. Game's like, oh, you're doing too well this run. Psych. Hey, Mr. Jones, how's it going? Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Hold on one sec. Okay. Well, one more run, we'll hit that 45 milestone reward, and we may call it a day. And come back later tonight and do something else. The new Coliseum, it's just, they put way too high of an energy cost on it, in my opinion. I would be okay with 10 or 15 so that you could try some different things out. It's really costly if you go in and do like I did with the first couple runs and really not know what to expect, what was going on, how to do the fight, things like that. Or you mess up early and you kind of want to restart, but you really can't because at 25 energy, I mean, that's a third of your energy. Well, actually, over a third of your energy per run. Now that I've kind of figured out what I need to do and how I need to do it, it's not terrible, but still kind of more than I want to spend on it, especially on the mini. The mini is going to be a big grind, but I want to do it on the mini because the rewards are juicy. So I've got to look at the cost. Which, speaking of cost, make sure you're watching your Twitch streams. There are 5 energy refills in there. How did you beat me to that? This is kind of garbage. Let's be real, people. Yeah. I mean, the rewards are decent. That's why people are willing to put up with it. But they took what could have been, you know, I said it with the Alliance version of it. They took what could have been a very, very good game mode and really just kind of blew it. See, I don't see any reason why you don't turn on willpower. You know, if you're afraid of willpower, you know, giving too much healing back and people getting too many health bars cleared in one sitting, okay, you solve that. You raise the milestones or something like that to get it to the point where, you know, the rewards and the amount of bars they can clear equal out. There's no sense making it and I just blew up, man. He throws a couple special ones back to back, you're screwed. And there I just blew up some more. And you get luck like that. You know, there's RNG involved in this as well. So you get luck like that, and your run ends right there. He decided to throw a couple special ones, and that was it. That was the end of it. All right, one more run. Yeah, it's going to be better, but it's not great. Yeah, I should be, but the problem is when it's unblockable, you can't. I mean, there's a note in here that says that I'm supposed to be able to. It says the attacker's well-timed blocks can block unblockable specials. I've not had any luck having that happen yet. So I just kind of bait special twos now. And of course he light intercepts me. Yes, Shathra is one of the higher prestige champions. Yeah, I timed that right. What do you know? Got the protection off right. Well, we've hit the 45 point milestone. I think it took me 4 energy bars. The first energy bar was really trying to figure out the fight, which is really dumb. The other thing here is if you're using FAM, just do 4-hit combos, bait out the special, push him to a special 2. Make sure you have the protection down before you throw the special 2, because that one's going to come back halfway through and eat a good chunk of my damage I could have done. Rinse and repeat. 4-hit combo, turtle, counter the heavy, you get the armor up. Bait the special 2, you only have 1 dex in that. Rinse and repeat. I've heard Omega Sentinel has done well. Bam does well. I would think Angela can do it. He's got to throw right away here. And I missed the parry, but we did get an armor back. Why? Now there's the most I've done. That was a hard block there. Best run I had. Best run we had. Let's see what everybody else is doing. Yeah, it looks like FAM is going to be the way. Looks like a lot of people are still doing Bastion. I don't know what the proficiency thing means. Maybe who's doing well? How, you know, the amount of bars per energy? I don't know. I wish I knew what the proficiency meant. So, looks like Carolina may be the most proficient. Well, if that's the case, Carolina is running away with it. But she's got 0% of the global attempts and 0% of the global health bars cleared. But she's got almost a 12 proficiency. Where FAM has a 3.4. There needs to be a guide on telling you what these numbers mean, because they mean nothing without that. But we're at 54 bars cleared already. So almost to the third milestone. So, I mean, that is 25,000 7-star shards, 37-star Sig Stones for certain champions, 2 Tier 4 Alphas, 2 each of Tier 6, Tier 3 Alpha, 50% of a Class Catalyst, and some ISO and some gold. How do I get big damage on Fat Man level 2? His level 2 is ramped up. There's a couple things in this fight. You have to make sure one protection's down. And then while the power detonation passive, so you'll see the little red passive underneath Havoc's bar there, is active, each hit inflicts a 10% potency instant degen, which on some of those hits, when it was down, was upwards of 80,000 damage, dealing, what is that, 11,000 damage. This ability gains 100% potency for each disintegration debuff on the opponent. So you want to get some disintegration debuffs on there. The way you get those on there, when the second hit lands with a special one or strikes into block, inflict a 15% potency disintegration debuff, dealing some damage there over time. It stays there for 24 seconds. So you want to go special 1, special 2. You could go to a special 3, and then you get the 15% one on there that lasts a lot longer, and you gain a bunch of armor ups. So maybe going to a special 3 might help. So yeah, it's just going to be, a fun mode. Fun in quotes that you're going to have to grind out a little bit. Is what it is. I mean, that's just the way it's going to be. And, we'll deal with it. But for now, I've got to get back to work. I just wanted to jump in here early. I'll be back later tonight with a normal 2-hour stream. Please come join me. But until then, if Nick is still streaming, let's go raid Nick. It looks like he's still streaming. Let's go raid Nick136. He's probably getting ready to wrap up, but there we go. I'll be back later tonight. Not sure exactly what we're going to do. My 6-star Fat Man is only one who can make a dent. I tried out. Yeah. I'm going to have to figure it out on my main. I have no idea what I'm going to, or on my main. I have no idea what I'm going to do over there. You should be able to collect those rewards now, I think. Yep, there's a claim button, so you should be able to claim them right away. I'm probably going to need to do that in order to rank up some champions to actually do this mode on the mini. But until later on tonight, I hope everybody has a great rest of your day, and take care all.